Now, if you didn't notice, right here on the screen is the Antonop Basics 101. That is the code you need to enter on slido.com in order to ask questions or vote on questions. And please make a note of that and start asking your questions and voting on questions. I'm looking forward to see what questions you have for me today. So the next question comes from Tomer. What is decentralized identity? Beyond the vague description and hand-waving, is it just part of the slap blockchain on everything fad? Or do you see real potential here? Why, in your opinion, are companies like Microsoft investing in that? Great question, Tomer. Decentralized identity is identity systems that are not under the control, either in terms of issuance or in terms of long-term management and storage of a centralized organization, but instead use underlying decentralized technologies like a blockchain. These are not just a fad. In fact, I think, and many experts in the space believe that decentralized identity is one of the fundamental technologies that, as we improve on, opens the door to a whole bunch of other capabilities. Think of, for example, in smartphones, the difference that was made by the advancements in batteries, the advancements in solid-state gyroscopes and accelerometers, in turning these devices into these incredible machines we have today. It unleashes new capabilities. Think about the evolution of battery technology and what that's done for electric vehicles. Well, in the area of distributed systems, distributed identity or decentralized identity is one of those cornerstone technologies. If we get it right, it allows us to do a lot more things. If we don't have it, it consistently becomes a problem for the exploration of various aspects of governance and various additional applications. Now, you mentioned Microsoft here, and Microsoft does actually have a very interesting decentralized identity project. And this identity project is truly decentralized. In fact, unlike most of the others, it uses the Bitcoin blockchain in order to establish credentials that you generate yourself and you manage. So these are self-sovereign identities. You are in control of the identity credentials. You issue them, you manage them, and they operate using a blockchain. And hopefully, as this technology develops, we will see applications that build upon these basic things. At the moment, we don't have standards, we don't have interoperability, we don't have all of the things we need, but more and more companies are expending resources and doing research in this space, and hopefully over time that's going to start bearing fruit. So yeah, decentralized identity is a real thing. It's not there yet, but it is moving in that direction very, very fast. And companies like Microsoft are investing in it because they understand that where the game of dominating identity is one that gives a lot of benefits to those who dominate identity, it also means that if you're not dominating the identity and one of your competitors is, that generates a lot of disadvantages. Microsoft used to dominate these spaces. Now companies like Facebook and Apple do instead. And so Microsoft is left with the alternative approach, which is creating open systems. Isn't the irony in this great? Because they no longer have the dominance, and an open system is of benefit to everyone. And this is the classic interplay between power in a monopoly kind of situation versus using open systems in order to break monopolies, as we have with Facebook and others today, and Google, of course. All right, let's see. I'm going to check